Welcome to the Healthcare Nation podcast. I'm your host, Rick Janata, and we're committed to bringing you thought leaders in the field to discuss what's new and noteworthy in the health sector. This is the Healthcare Nation podcast.
I want to talk about the Techno-Optimist Manifesto.
Oh, Marc Andreessen, yeah.
Yes, which was posted on A16Z's website, written by Marc Andreessen. Basically, this is what it talks about. It states that we are told that technology is on the brink of ruining everything.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit Chicken Little, seeing the sky falling here. But we are being lied to, and the truth is so much better. And he presents his techno-optimist vision for the future. So what did you think of this article, this post? Any implication for the health sector?
Yeah, I got it right here. And look, I'm a big Marc Andreessen fan. I'm a fan of A16Z. This is on LinkedIn, got a lot of folks responding to it. I think there's been a fair amount that's out there in the press for folks who are into the tech space or the Silicon Valley space. So let me try to think about this with a health sector, perspective. First, I think it was highly nuanced, very impactful, at least when I looked at it. Clearly heavy on the market side, the understanding of markets. I'm going to just say this. I've said it many times before. I am a free market capitalist. I think there's a lot of upsides to that. So I'll just start on his points along those lines. Free markets as organizers. Free markets offer the ideal ecosystem, I've always believed, for research, for development. We know this in the health sector. This is where a lot of the innovation happens. Startups, healthcare providers, looking at gaps that are out there and closing those gaps through innovation. You saw this during the pandemic, whether it's telehealth, evolution and next gen, when we saw to that level of care in the home, all the way through to the cutting edge therapies that we're looking at now. Then the component of like the manifesto talking about us with catalyst for research, and the discovery machine side. Beyond simply offering treatments, the free market in healthcare can be a catalyst for research across the board, right? Genomics, genetics, proteomics, even impacting the social determinants of health, kind of leveling the playing field where technology can come in, ubiquitously applied to all these populations and making things better.
So what about the decentralization in Hayek's knowledge problem?
Oh, first of all, you better explain Hayek's knowledge problem to our audience, because I'll have to get out the book of economics on Friedrich Hayek's knowledge problem. So, although Andreessen did talk, but he put it in there.
Yeah. So here, I'll just read it to you so that everybody can be on the same page. Friedrich Hayek's knowledge problem is an elegant exposition on the limits of centralized planning, specifically in the context of economic systems. So Hayek argued that no single entity or group of experts could possibly have all the localized tactic knowledge required to make efficient and effective economic decisions. So this information is widely dispersed among individuals who are directly engaged in the process of production and consumption. Essentially, Hayek's thesis asserts that individual actors in an economy possess unique, non-replicable knowledge born out of their own specific circumstances, preferences, and local conditions.
Yeah. So you want me to apply that through a healthcare lens?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So good. Great. And let me start with the last thing you said, right? Individual actors. So let's think about players in the health sector, right? They possess unique, I think that's true, skills, right? Content expertise, right? And it's not easily replicable. And it's born out of their very exclusive and certainly specific circumstances. Let's say a surgeon or an anesthesiologist or even a healthcare executive, right? And it also is influenced big time by local conditions. So if you apply that into the healthcare world, I think it's got some good crosswalks, right? And you could look at this different ways. The complexities involved in patient care, from accurate diagnosis to treatment plans, they involve many different variables. They have to be understood at not only the local, but the individual level. So think about the individual as a patient, right? Like almost patient-centered care, personalized medicine, that really gets granular on there. So you can think about a primary care physician who really understands their patient base, their community where they live in, demographic trends of the population they take care of, even what kind of flu is, prevalent in that area, and say what the right kind of treatment would be for that particular, issue that's challenging them.
So final thoughts in summary.
Andreessen's manifesto, I think, look, folks should read it, dive deeper into each one of his points. Certainly if you have a healthcare hat on, try to put it through, filter through that lens. I do see how the principles of free market translates absolutely, at least I've been a believer in this, in innovation, real world applications, certainly in the healthcare sector. If you take a look at how we approach this and understand how those forces shape innovation and could be a positive when you look at equity or inequity and, how we apply a finite set of resources, it could make healthcare better for everyone. All right, so that's our short fall postscript. We'll catch you back here next week for the Healthcare Nation podcast. Thank you, Joe. Great to see you again.
Absolutely.
The opinions expressed by the host and guests are for informational purposes only and not associated with any companies or academic institutions. Please follow us wherever you listen to your podcasts, as well as our YouTube channel, Healthcare Nation Podcast. And if you have any questions or want to contact us, please reach out to healthcarenationpodcast.com.